All right, everyone, we're going to go ahead and continue with our media availabilities for today. We are joined by Martin Truex Jr., driver of the number 19 Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. If you have a question for Martin, go ahead and raise your hand, and we'll get a mic to you. We'll start over here.
Jacob Seelman, Raceface Digital. Martin, Dale was in here a little while ago and was having a lot of fun kind of telling the stories back in the Chance 2 days and a lot of the times that you two have shared over the years together. As you start to wind up your full-time career, how do you think back not just on those early days when you were building yourself up in the top 3 series, but really your relationship with Dale over the years and that friendship?
Yeah, a lot of special memories, a lot of fun stuff we got to do together, and you know, he was a veteran around here at that point, so I learned a lot of the ropes about how things go from him, and just you know, tagged along doing a lot of things that he got to do. So got to experience a lot of things I would never have, you know, at that point in my career. So a lot of fun, a lot of memories, and you know, we got to go to Victory Lane together a bunch, which was really cool. I told him the other night when I seen him that. Can he just do, you know, one more year of a few Xfinity races so we could race together one last time? But, yeah, definitely a ton of good memories and, you know, an amazing start to my career because of him and the team that he built.
Bob Parkhurst, Fox Sports. You talked a little bit last week after the race, but just frustrated of how guys raced you. I'm curious, are you willing to go maybe a little bit outside your comfort zone or ethical zone tomorrow night to try to advance?
Yeah, I really don't know. I think it'll have to just depend on the situation, you know, what we find ourselves in and what's going on. But most likely not. You know, I'll most likely do, you know, race the same way I always do, and hopefully we're good enough to get the job done that way.
Matt Weaver, Sportsnot. Going back to some of the frustrations you expressed at the end of the race last week, is there anything now that you're starting to map your pathway out of full-time driving to be a leader in the garage and say, guys, this can't be who we are moving forward? Do you feel any responsibility to try to take that role, or are you just going to let the guys police themselves however they see fit?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that I probably won't have anything to do with that going forward, and I'll enjoy watching. And yeah, I don't know. It's interesting, you know, just to see how much things have changed over the years, and it's just kind of been a gradual shift of, you know, these things. And I think, you know, obviously I was frustrated and all that, but I think it's road courses mostly, you know, turn one after restarts. A lot of the places we moved the restart zone back. Like if it was off turn 6, maybe at Watkins Glen, that would be a good thing because, you know, I think overall the race was great, aside from the inability to pass, right, which is a problem. And that's kind of what spurs on those restarts of, all right, I've got to get a spot or two here because it's the only chance I really have, aside from, you know, a handful of cars that could pass a few guys. So, but to answer your question, no, I don't think I'll, you know, put my hat in the ring on officiating racing or telling people what they should and shouldn't do.
We'll go to the front to Kelly.
Kelly Crandall, Racer.com. Martin, in Iowa, when you made the announcement about retiring, I think you had spoken about being able to now go do what you want to do on your own schedule, and you were looking forward to that part of your life. How isolating is it at all to be a NASCAR driver, a top-level NASCAR driver, to have to be in this bubble and really not know what's going on or have anything going on in the rest of the world?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a big commitment, right? I mean, there's a lot of things that that you miss out on. You know, we don't get sick days. We don't, you know, we can't be late for things. It's none of that. So, you know, we can't take a weekend off of work or a day off of work or what have you to do friends and family kind of things, you know. So there's a lot of things you miss out on, but that's part of the job, right? That's what you commit to. And if you're going to do this, you have to be all in. If you're going to be good at it, you have to be, you know, 100% committed to it. And so you just get comfortable in that situation and you understand what it is. And I think the people around you do as well, right? So I wouldn't say you feel isolated. You just feel like you miss out on a lot of things.
we have any additional questions for Martin? We'll go to Dustin and then back to Bob.
Dustin Long, NBC Sports. Martin, is it even too late to change your ethical guidelines on how you do things?
Probably. Yeah, I mean, I've been kind of racing the same way my whole career, so you can't just wake up one day and say, I'm going to drive through everyone. It's just not in your DNA.
I know there's still a lot of questions about tires and stuff, but what's the process today, and what are the challenges and the things you're looking forward to getting ready for tomorrow night?
Yeah, it's just been working on it all week like we normally do, and looking at video and data and simulator time, and trying to kind of understand or guess somewhat, because the hard part about this track is it changes a lot. You never quite know what you're going to get. Are we going to race the bottom? Are we going to race the top? Are the tires going to wear out like they did in the spring, or is it going to be like last fall? So there's always a lot of questions when you come here, and I think we have a game plan that we feel like is the right way to approach it for us, and we'll just take it one step at a time, and it starts here in about an hour.
Bob.
Bob Pocker, Speck Sports. So, are you nervous about tomorrow night, or are you like, well, whatever happens, or what happen? Because it could be your last shot to continue vying for a title. Yeah,
I mean, it is our last shot, right? So, I don't know. I wouldn't say nervous. Just you kind of just want to get it going. The next 24 hours, there's going to be a lot to talk about, a lot to think about. A lot of guesswork as far as how do we approach the race, and so we'll just see. But I wouldn't say it's nervous. I mean, I've been doing this long enough that I just look forward to the opportunity, and you more just want to get it over with and see how it all turns out. So hopefully it's good. But we're the guys are working hard, and I'm hoping it races like it did in the spring, because that worked well for us. We'll just see. But hopefully it goes well.
I'd say that watching your post-race interview on TV, it seemed maybe you were potentially a little bit almost defeated, or almost like just kind of done with it. So I'm curious if you have any of that sense.
That usually lasts just a few hours, and then you get home and you're like, okay, everything's okay in the world, and we're going to get to work on Bristol, and hopefully we can, do what we need to do. It's not going to be easy. We're in quite a hole, but look forward to the opportunity and just try to hope that nothing bad happens.
Any final questions? Thank you, Martin. Good luck
Thank
this
you.
weekend.
All right, there's the checkered flag. Great job, driver.